Tonight, somewhere in your city, the power will die and the clock will start. In real blackouts, home invasions spike within the first few dark hours, before authorities can even reorganize. Looters don't wander randomly. They scan. They profile. They choose fast. They're not looking for the toughest fight. They're looking for the easiest hit with the biggest payoff. And right now, without knowing it, your house might be broadcasting the exact signals that put you at the top of their list. Before the grid goes down, before that streetlight blinks out, you need to know what they see when they look at your front door from the shadows, and how to erase yourself from their lineup. Imagine your entire neighborhood swallowed by silence. No hum of AC units, no glow from windows, no cell coverage worth a damn. Just darkness, heat, and nerves. Within an hour, the first people step outside. They check the sky, the substation, their phones. Some shout. Some joke too loudly. Some start bragging about being ready. In that confusion, predators are already working. Ex-cons, desperate neighbors, opportunists. They scan for patterns. Which house glows? Which one screams money? Which one has supplies and zero protection? This isn't paranoia. It's pattern recognition. You can't control the blackout, but you can control the signals your home sends when everything fails. Let's get into the 10 warning signs looters use to pick your house first. Number 10. Your house is the only light and noise in a dead block. The grid drops. Within minutes, your street turns into a tunnel of black. One by one, windows go dark. TVs die mid-sentence. The background hum you never noticed is ripped away. But your place still burns like a signal flare. Bright battery lanterns splashing white against thin curtains. Flashlights waving across open blinds. A generator coughing and roaring in the driveway, echoing through the silence. Laughter, music, voices carrying down an empty road that suddenly has no competing sound. To you, it feels like victory. Proof you prepared. Light for your kids, cold drinks in the fridge, fans pushing back the heat. It feels safe, controlled, almost cozy. But step outside yourself. See what they see from the shadows. Predators work in contrast. They scan the block and instantly pick up the anomaly. One house alive when everything else is dead. They don't know your name. They don't care about your beliefs or your job. They care that if you have power, you have fuel. If you have fuel, you stored early. If you stored early, you likely have food, water, batteries, meds, tools. And if you're blasting it all out through every window and letting your generator scream at 2 a.m., they assume something else. You are not afraid. A house that is fed, lit, loud, and relaxed in a crisis reads as soft confidence. Soft confidence reads as a target that has never had to defend itself. That lone glow 2 streets over becomes a rendezvous point. They clock. The layout. Count windows. Check for cameras and dogs. Listen for how many voices. Test how close they can get without anyone reacting. They mark you and wait for your guard to drop or desperation to rise. The fix is not to sit in the dark, terrified. The fix is discipline. Bleed your light inward, not outward. Use blackout curtains, heavy blankets, thick shades. Swap harsh white LEDs for warm, low-level light that doesn't silhouette your life. If you're running a generator, pull it behind fencing or into a concealed ventilated spot. Muffle the sound. No exposed units at the edge of your garage screaming free gasoline. Inside, lower the volume. No porch parties. No shouting across the yard. No bragging that you're the only one ready. Doors closed, windows covered, movements controlled. Let your home look as powerless as the rest while quietly functioning underneath. In a blackout, visibility is both currency and liability. If they can find you first, they can plan you first. You don't want to be a lighthouse. You want to be a shadow with structure. Number 9. You advertise wealth without thinking. In the daylight, you call it pride. Clean driveway, 2 shiny vehicles parked out front. New SUV with a recognizable logo. Packages from premium brands stacked beside the bin. Smart doorbell, smart lock. Smart cameras. Through your front window, a massive TV glows over curated furniture and spotless floors. It looks successful, normal, desirable. In a blackout, that normal becomes a map of value. Looters don't need perfect visibility. They need hints, silhouettes, outlines, memory. They remember that chrome truck, that expensive grill, that e-bike in the garage, that spotless yard that says someone pays to keep this place perfect. To a predator, Wealth plus comfort equals high reward. Low risk. As the lights die, they move once. Slow. Scanning for who has stuff. They mark houses that scream insurance and inexperience. Your cameras may deter in normal times, but in chaos, obvious cameras can confirm there's something worth guarding. Correction starts before the outage. Strip away unnecessary flex. Stop leaving expensive gear on display. Bring in bikes, tools, grills, generators, boxes. Keep vehicles in the garage when you can. If not, make them unremarkable. No giant decals selling your lifestyle. You want forgettable. Middle, bland. Inside, close the story. Curtains, blinds, neutral coverings. No giant panes showcasing racks of gear or liquor or safes. In a crisis, you're not trying to look strong. You're trying not to look rich. You want looters to glance at your place, shrug, and walk toward a louder, shinier mistake. Looters don't need daylight to recognize a high-value target. You show them everything without speaking. Expensive vehicles in the driveway. Branded boxes in the recycling. Visible smart devices, big glass entry. Landscaping that looks like money. Security cameras that scream we own things worth guarding, but no one visibly watching them. In a blackout, that nice area, nice house image becomes a resource depot. You look insured, you look stocked, you look soft. They assume cash, jewelry, guns, meds, top-shelf gear, and that you've never fought for any of it. Correction. De-upscale your profile. Park the flashy vehicle inside when possible. Hide boxes and luxury branding. Don't leave toolboxes, bikes, grills, or gear outside. Use neutral drapes that conceal your interior. Let your house read as boring, medium, unremarkable. Looters skip boring when better jackpots line the same street. Number 8. No real security or security that's just for show. In the daylight, it looks fine. Nice door. Cute sign. A camera or two. Maybe a keypad that beeps. You feel safe because hardware is mounted on things. But predators see gaps. A hollow front door with decorative glass. Short screws in the strike plate that rip out with one kick. Side gate unlocked. Sliding door with a flimsy latch. No motion lights. No dog. A faded security sign. One lonely camera pointed wrong with no one watching. Costume security. In a blackout, that weakness multiplies. Systems go blind or laggy. Wi-Fi dies. Cloud alerts don't ping. The doorbell cam is a dead eye. Looters know this. Anything depending on power, internet, or call centers is questionable. You're leaning on a net that isn't there. They test you quietly. A bumped fence, a tug on the gate, a tap on glass. If nothing moves, no voice, no dog, no silhouette, they mark you as compliant. Correction. Harden what matters. Real door, real frame, long screws, reinforced strikes, secondary locks on sliders and windows, window film to buy seconds of resistance, 1 or 2 real low-key cameras or sensors with battery backup as support. Not magic. Outside, use subtle, independent motion lighting aimed to expose movement to you, not to the street. Keep side gates locked. Make every approach loud, visible, or slow. Most important, presence. A silhouette at a covered window. Someone stepping out briefly to scan. A quiet signal that this house is awake. Looters want the door that gives, the house that trusted stickers instead of resolve. Strip away fake security. Build boring, stubborn, real resistance. Predators scan for resistance. They clock whether your home looks defended or just decorated. No cameras, no motion lights, no dogs, no reinforced locks, or worse, cheap props that only pretend to protect. In a blackout, real security is simple. Layered entry points, controlled light, human presence. Quietly harden your home. Use real hardware, a couple of real cameras with backup, motion lights angled inward. Most of all, visible human alertness. Looters prefer houses that look empty, oblivious, or reliant on powerless tech. Number 7. Your routines are predictable and they've been watching. Long before the blackout, you broadcast a schedule. Same departure time. Garage up, car out, garage down. Porch light on, porch light off. Same. Weekends away. Same delivery windows. Your life runs on copy-paste. To a predator, it's a training manual. Neighbors, passers-by, delivery drivers. Most harmless, some not. See when your house is empty. When no cars are home. When your windows stay dark. They sort you. Alert or oblivious. At a blackout. No streetlights, no normal noise, but you keep the script. Same porch check, same window, same hour you go dark. Predictable candles, predictable silence. They turn that into a plan. Come after your last check. Use the side that never shows movement. Hit the door that's never tested. Predictable means plannable. Plannable means low risk. Correction. Break the script. Under stress, fragment routines. Rotate who checks outside and when. Shift which rooms are dimly lit. Stagger sleep so someone is intermittently awake. Avoid standing framed in doorways. Don't announce departures or shortages in the driveway. You're not trying to look chaotic. You're injecting uncertainty. When they can't lock down your schedule, they move to a simpler target. Every day you leave at the same time. Every night your lights follow the same pattern. You post your commute. You brag you always work late. That is intel. In a blackout, anyone who pre-watched your timeline knows when your home is weak. Break predictability. Vary checks. Rotate visible movement. Send quiet signals of presence at odd hours. Don't broadcast absence with days of silence. In crisis, unpredictability is armor. Number 6. You talk too much before the lights go out. For years, you've been writing your own target file. Bragging at a work about your generator, your fuel, your ammo, your 6 months of food. Posting your stocked pantry, survival kits, unboxing videos. Joking with neighbors that everyone will come to your place when it all goes down. They heard you. They remember. In the dark, hungry, desperate, that flex becomes a roadmap. Looters don't need to be strangers. They can be the guy from the next street who's been listening. Correction. Operational silence. Stop advertising. No more gear tours. No more crowd-pleasing prep speeches. In a blackout, talk about supplies only inside, only with people you trust, and even then, less than you think. Let them believe you're struggling like everyone else. The less they know, the less they plan for you. Number 5. Your supplies and fuel are visible, loud, or carelessly stored. Looters look for logistics. Food, water, fuel. Gas cans lined by the garage. Propane tanks visible from the street. Is stacks of bottled water in a lit window. A cluttered, open carport with tools, coolers, generators. They don't guess. They take notes. Before and during a blackout, they walk by with dogs, cigarettes, fake friendliness, quietly clocking assets. Later in the dark, they already know where to go. Correction. Disappear your logistics. Store fuel in locked sheds or behind real fences covered. Keep water and supplies out of exposed sightlines. Shut and secure garages. When resupplying, move fast and subtle. No staged displays in the driveway. If they can inventory you from the sidewalk, you've already lost the first round. Number 4. You're isolated, or you look completely alone. Looters see social maps. A lone house at the edge of a dark block. No visitors, no small talk, no rapport. That's a soft island. They assume no one will watch, intervene, or even notice. Streets with visible, subtle cooperation, neighbors talking, checking, informally watching, are higher risk. Isolation is convenience. Correction. Build quiet alliances, not dramatic pacts. Simple ties. Know a few neighbors by name. Trade small favors. In a blackout, show a calm, non-theatrical presence. Brief check-ins, visible awareness. Maybe a loose shared watch. A house woven into a web of eyes is a headache. Predators prefer prey that stands alone. Number 3. Your property offers cover, shadows, and easy entry. Overgrown shrubs under windows. High fences blocking neighbors' views but giving attackers concealment. Dark side yards. Unlocked side gates. Weak sliding doors. Unpinned windows. It all reads like an invitation to work unseen. Looters choose houses where they can approach, stage, pry, and breach without exposure. Correction. Think like the guy in the shadows. Walk your perimeter at night. Anywhere you can hide, someone else can too. Trim shrubs below window height. Clear blind spots. Add subtle backup-powered lighting on choke points. Lock side gates. Reinforce sliders and basement entries. Make every path loud, visible, or slow. You're not building a castle. You're denying free cover. Number 2. You broadcast panic, confusion, and zero control. Looters sense fear like blood. Shouting in the yard. Arguing on the porch. Kids crying while adults flail with flashlights. Doors left open for air. People pacing with phones, announcing they don't know what to do. That chaos tells predators you're disorganized, unaware, and slow to respond. Correction. When it goes dark, your job is calm choreography. Move with purpose. Close doors. Close blinds. Speak quietly. Assign roles, even simple ones. Who watches, who manages light, who handles kids. Control your emotional volume. From outside, your home should read as contained, composed, maybe even boring. Looters hesitate when they think someone inside has a plan and the will to follow it. Number 1. You need to be seen as the prepared one. This is the turning point. The most dangerous signal is ego. If you enjoy being the person everyone points to when disaster comes, you're already leaking leverage. Looters, manipulators, desperate neighbors gravitate to certainty, to the person who projects "I've got this." You become the hub, first for help, then for pressure, then for threats. Predators know the hero complex will crack your door, drag out negotiations, make you hesitate. Correction. Kill the spotlight. In a blackout, the safest posture is disciplined, invisibility, competent but not theatrical, prepared but not glorified. Help selectively and quietly. Never frame yourself as the solution for the whole block. The less you need to be seen, the fewer predators you invite to see if you're for real. In a real blackout, survival doesn't belong to the loudest, the brightest, or the boldest. It belongs to those who disappear into the pattern. The homes that don't shine, don't brag, don't panic, don't pose. Predators hunt for contrast. Light against dark, noise against silence, wealth against want, ego against fear. Your job is to erase that contrast. To be present but uninteresting, ready but unremarkable. Human nature doesn't change when the power dies. It's revealed. Some will hunt. Some will beg. Some will break. You don't control them. You control what you broadcast. When the lights go out, don't try to be a legend on your street. Be the shadow no one remembers choosing, the house no one circled on the map.